All right, quick time. Gonna get this reaction here. I did a reaction to some Michael Jordan highlights about a week ago. For some reason, people seem to like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do another reaction. We got Michael Jordan. Back then, I guess he was going by Mike Jordan. These are his college highlights. He went to college at North Carolina. 6'5", 189. You know, he was a Slim Reaper. You know, still doing a lot of the stuff that he's known for all the way back at this time. So I'm just going to get into the highlights.
23, Michael Jordan, 6'5", a freshman from Wilmington, North Carolina. Number 23, Michael Jordan, North Carolina.
Now, apparently he played in the McDonald's All-American game. I did not know he did that. So that's kind of crazy.
Doherty, they trap him instantly. Worthy, good vision of the floor, finds Jordan open.
Can't give him that shot. Good look by James Worthy. And remember, Villanova got a long way to go to get on that foul line, but North Carolina already on.
Back George! Nailed into the victory column for the Tar Heels.
Gary, you want to talk about, this will be Villanova's 8th loss. Every one of their losses came to teams in this tournament. Isn't that unbelievable?
You believe how quickly they got that ball down the floor?
He's like very fundamentally sound. Like he doesn't do like he doesn't have as much flair, but he has as much athleticism and just as much agility, maybe even more agility, because I feel like he weighed less here.
Lyndon Rose, the quarterback of the ball club, rejected that time by Worthy. And that's going to be a problem that Houston will face all afternoon long, is trying to get that ball inside. Michael Jordan, the young freshman, and Carolina's on the board. And Perkins to the board.
Not the kind of shot you want in this situation. Beautiful feed.
Boy, did Worthy save that beautifully. Got it up to Jordan.
I think Houston needs the timeout. They're going to take one.
15-22 in the game. Boy, they go up, Perkins and Worthy. That's an unstoppable pass. Jordan tried to use a glass. His own follow. He went up against Brian Williams.
Well, everybody knows what a great rebounder that kid is, and not
So weird seeing him with with hair on his head.
to block him out. It's a Cardinal sin.
Here is Worthy against Ewing. Rebound, Jordan. He changed hands and hit it.
Left hand. Very underrated rebounder, and all year long, people aren't aware of his tremendous leaping ability. And from the guard position at 6'5", both teams are throwing the ball over the press very well. This is the first time we've seen somebody put it on the floor very much.
34-33, the Hoyas. Michael Jordan. Oh, what a shooter he is. He had a...
I feel like James Worthy is an underrated player. So he was playing with Michael Jordan here, and then he went to the Lakers and he played with Magic. So he was playing with like two of the greatest ever. Like that's you have to be really good to have synergy with both of them.
Earlier this year, and he just stayed after practice and shot the ball until he got it back again.
Martin to show he can make a shot from outside.
Jones is 1 of 3. The one for him, the other is 0 for 2. Steal by Worthy.
Watch Ewing.
He intimidated him. Followed beautifully by Michael Jordan. Jordan with 10 points.
Now here you got a 4-on-1 break.
Doherty to Jordan. Spriggs out on him. Good coverage defensively. He still hit it. Oh, what presence of mind.
It's amazing what the freshman can do.
You know Patrick Ewing was sick of this guy. He's just been getting scored on this guy for like 10 straight years.
Both teams in the 1-and-1. Both coaches have conserved their timeouts very well.
Remember this, the next hell ball would go to Georgetown as Jordan on the...
Oh, what a layup! He put that ball up about 12 feet. Left hand.
He has 14 points, 10 of them in the second half of play.
Let's see if Georgetown now comes out man-to-man.
Georgetown still has 1 timeout left. North Carolina has 4. 32 seconds to go. A 1-point lead for Georgetown.
No, they stay in the 1-3-1 with Ewing in the middle. They've got to look to get it in there. You can't with a shot blocker like Ewing take so much time.
Doherty to Black. The time, 18. Shot, Jordan! Michael Jordan!
14 seconds.
Jordan's open. Bullseye. 15 seconds on the clock. North.
It's interesting. Like he leans, like he shoots like out here, and like when he got to the Bulls, he was like shooting like more up here, but he's like it's like way out here. That's interesting. I feel like it would be much easier to shoot that way because you can like see the ball. But it's probably something you would have to stop doing when you got to the NBA because everyone is like 7 feet tall, so that's getting blocked in the NBA.
Bullseye. 15 seconds on the clock. North Carolina 63, Georgetown 62. The Superdome is in a frenzy.
James Worthy and Jimmy Black are gone, but Smith has a new All-American, his 16th in Michael Jordan, to go along with Sam Perkins and Matt Doherty. Jordan, a sophomore with superb athletic skills, could wind up as the best player Smith or Carolina.
Oh
A sophomore with superb athletic skills
Jeez.
could wind up as the best player Smith or Carolina has ever produced.
North Carolina has gone almost 3 minutes without a score, without a shot. Here goes Jordan to the corner.
That breaks the tension for the Tar Heels.
I feel like he was more athletic in college. He probably had he was like more springy.
3 team fouls now against James Madison. North Carolina with its only lead so far, 4-2, and here goes Jordan.
That zone is really hurting the Dukes. They're trying to push it inside the Rulin, and there's no room for him to go.
Good touch pass back to Michael Jordan.
That was a nice play.
Well, he can light you up just from about anywhere, and that time he did it from about 22 feet out on the side. 3 great jump shots in the first half by Michael Jordan.
The test, James Madison's outside shooting. There's another inside pass picked up by Barstow. Look out for Jordan. Ran away from his dribble and recovers it to score.
You know, one thing about Michael Jordan that's really interesting is he always had this he has this swagger in his walk, and he has that here too. Where did he get that?
Well, he can light you up just from about anywhere, and that time he did it
where did he get that
from about
from?
22 feet out on the side. 3 great jump shots in the first half by Michael Jordan.
The test, James Madison's outside shooting. There's another inside pass picked up by Barstow. Look out for Jordan. Ran away from his dribble and recovers it to score.
That's an example of his athletic ability. He ran right past the basketball he was dribbling, turned around and picked it up and shot it in the face of 3 Duke defenders.
Well, they like to work it with Jordan or Perkins, either one. Jordan on a drive off the dribble, banks it in. Michael Jordan with his 4th point. He's a sophomore that scored over 1,100 points for North Carolina. That's never happened before.
Dang.
Well, you told me it's a physical conference.
There's the alley-oop to Jordan, and Jordan is fouled by contact. That has turned on the North Carolina fans, and it could turn on the North Carolina team. A sensational alley.
Seeing that is so sick. Jordan in light
North
blue.
Carolina fans, and it could turn on the North
That looks so cool.
Carolina.
That looks so cool. I don't know why.
Team, a sensational alley-oop. Eldon Miller.
Well, I think he's going to have to make a decision.
Well, he should have anticipated this. Jordan inside goes for it. Michael Jordan goes for the score.
So what they do is they relax you.
And then they put the zinger.
Fleming with a great move, but he couldn't capitalize and pick up the 2-pointer. Doherty weaving back and forth. Score tied at 11. Jordan, 2 quick baskets for the Tar Heels, and Carolina has the lead. So quite a year for the Bulldogs' basketball fortunes.
North Carolina appears to try to push the ball inside.
Oh, he's so sneaky for that. You see the way he crept up? Like he like tiptoed.
North Carolina appears to try to push the ball inside to alley-oop.
Michael Jordan at the one-handed alley-oop. Spectacular.
What a great play, and they timed it perfectly. They were not even tested in the Southeastern Conference tournament. They had an average margin of 16 points in their wins.
Jordan bangs it home. Michael Jordan with his 4th basket. 16 fouls on Georgia, so both sides will be in the bonus the rest of the way for the first half. There's an alley-oop to Jordan. Jordan with his 2nd alley-oop. And then again, the North Carolina band, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think they love it. They think he's in a high diving meet.
Somebody put a 9 up there. I don't believe that.
No, that's a 10. That other one was a 10 too, I think. Georgia doing a good job jamming up the middle, preventing Carolina from getting that ball inside to Brad Doherty. Braddock to Jordan. Jordan, 2.
That jumper is so nice. Like he just jumps in the air and freezes and then takes the shot.
Michael Jordan carrying North Carolina down the stretch here in the first half.
I think Dean Smith gives him enough.
When I was a kid, I tried to shoot like that, but like I couldn't do it, and I never understood why. And it's because if you shoot like that, you have to have the strongest core and like the strongest pelvic floor, so that you literally freeze your entire body. Because I had the leg power for it, but I didn't have the other muscles, so I would get high enough to shoot it, and then I would shoot it with no precision.
Latitude to go ahead and play anywhere he wants to go. You see Fleming on Michael Jordan right there. That's a change defensively.
Basket will count. And he was fouled. Georgia doing a job on the offensive boards. That shot by Crosby deflected. Here comes Carolina down to Jordan. Yes. Yet another slam. His 3rd.
You know what's interesting about Michael Jordan also? I don't think he really cared about I think he was just addicted to basketball. I don't think he really cared about like the status. Like he is not acknowledging this crowd. Like he's just, he's just competing. I think he's just addicted to competing.
Michael Jordan is filling it up. 23 points.
I don't think that they would have. Dean Smith would not allow that. He's too good a coach, and the players are too smart to realize that.
Jordan, who's been quiet for a while, gets his 11th basket.
I had a little pressure on me at the beginning of the year, but once we got to conference play, I started concentrating on playing for myself and not for the fans. And so far I have been playing well. I've been more consistent defensively, and offensively I think I've been consistent.
Michael Jordan with the ball in his hands for the first time. Michael Jordan. North Carolina really aggressively taking the ball at the Temple zone, which is one of the best zones in the United States.
Granger Hall has a $450 knee brace and 3 types of tape that they wrap that knee with. He's just been a remarkable comeback. There's Jordan.
No defense against that, even though Eddie Coe's an excellent leaper. Jordan just goes up to whatever height he needs. Now Hale pushing the ball up the court pretty rapidly.
14:44 to go in the first half.
Oh
Jordan
my gosh. One step, like hard dribble, and then this guy right here thinks, okay, he's gonna try to dunk it over me, so I'm gonna jump super high and I'm gonna block this shot. I'm just gonna block this guy's existence. And then he's like, this, I don't know how he jumps like this. He's just gonna jump to the side, and you have to have so much agility to do that.
34 to go in the first half. Jordan with one of those suspended, patented moves.
It's amazing that he goes inside and almost doesn't care what the defense does because he'll create a shot. Hale got bailed out by picking up the dribble.
Because they're never I said this in the other video. Like, you can never anticipate someone floating through the air.
Sam Perkins went to the moon to catch the ball.
Here's Jordan. What a move.
He'd been going to his left all the time, just circled back with that turnaround.
He has 12 points. They figure him to be one of the top 4 guards to be drafted this year. Backdoor Jordan.
Left-handed. Left-handed.
Here it comes, Kentucky and BYU to follow. Then Houston going against Louisiana Tech. Dayton, Oklahoma, and Jordan, the All-America, now makes it 38-33.
McNish just shook his head because he was in perfect defensive position, and Michael put that afterburner on and just went up above him. Is that all of these kids play in the Sunny Hill Summer League?
Smith, Jordan, a foul, and that's what Kenny Smith does so well.
Forces the ball up. North Carolina did a good job going over the press. Gary, I pointed out about the Sunny Hill League. It's probably the finest league for kids, and Sunny Hill is, he's a legend in the city of Philadelphia. Here you see Kenny Smith pushing it down the court. Good pass. No way to stop Michael Jordan from that distance.
Passing game for North Carolina. Both of these teams use it.
Michael Jordan, and he starts Carolina off.
Like, imagine being a center and, like, your guy is perfectly guarded, and then all of a sudden the point guard throws up an alley-oop, and you turn around, and the shooting guard's freaking... It's like, I just don't think... I think it was like it was just an exploit to be a shooting guard with just freak athleticism. I think that was an exploit, and he just, like, took, like, all advantage of that.
2-0. Indiana has yet to shoot the basketball. Ross doesn't get that one up and close. Michael Jordan. Everything seems to be like a highlight film when he plays.
Dockett's playing off Jordan, giving him the jump shot, and Indiana really packing that defense back. Jordan's got the jumper. Not a bad move, though, defensively. You got to give up something against him. Dockett wasn't going to let him go inside.
Stu Robinson, there's the steal. Jordan bats it off to Hale, to Kenny Smith, to Jordan. Robinson yelling at Perkins as he had the ball. Jordan trying to rub Robinson off. Look at his quickness. He wants it, doesn't he?
Oh, what?
That was such a nice play, and then, like, these videos blocked it. There's so many things to analyze. Like another thing I just noticed is that he pretends that he's tired, but he has way more energy than he's, like, giving. Like, just the way he, like, walks, and the way he, like, sweats, and, like, you think he's tired, and then he just jumps and he's, like, above your head. I could watch another one of these, but I'll save that for another video.